This is highwithoutcoke and welcome to another pathofexile's video. Today I'm going to show you how to craft a +2 weapon for a Shockwave Totem. This is the Sceptre I crafted for my build. You can choose a wand or a scepter as your crafting base. I picked Sceptre because the intelligence requirement is much lower. If you choose a wand, for example a profane wand, you will need 237 intelligence to equip it. This is not ideal, especially in this league because you may want to use some tattoos which will replace the intelligence on the passive tree, meaning you must get even more intelligence to actually equip the wand. As for the fractured mod, I got +1 to physical spell skill jumps. You can also get a scepter with tier 1 cast speed or crit multi fractured mod. You will have to do alterations or fossil spamming to get +1 to all. Then do harvest craft to get +1 to all feasts. In my opinion, it's going to be an insanely painful process, so I ditched this idea. Since I got +1 to physical fractured mod, I only had to hit +1 to all spells. There are two ways of doing it. The first method is by spamming with alterations. If you manage to hit +1 to all spells, you regal the weapon to turn it into rare. After that, you will have to annul the bad mods, leaving only the +1 to all mod. This method is more cost effective, but it's much more tedious because it's hard to hit +1 to all spells, and if you annul it off, then you have to start all over again. So, I ditched this method as well. What I did was, I used fossils to hit this mod. It's much easier this way. If you use these 4 fossils together, etheric, corroded, shattering, and metallic, there are only 4 prefixes you can hit. You might be wondering why I didn't just use jagged fossil instead of etheric fossil to hit the +1 to all spells. While it is true that we can lower the possible prefixes to 3, I tried this method before and it was awful. I almost never hit it. Before I started spamming these fossils, I applied perfect fossils on it to get at least 28% quality. I got lucky and got this on my first try. Usually it takes me around 10 tries. I did this so that I could get harvest enchant from my scepter later. After that, I started spamming the 4 fossils. The cost for each try is about 80 to 90 chaos. The chance of hitting +1 to all spells is about 1 per 5 tries. Alright, I got my +1 to all spells. Now we only want the 2 +1 mods. I had 2 choices. I could spam fossils again until I get +1 to all spells, a nice spell damage mod, and an open suffix. Then I could craft prefixes cannot be changed and scour to wipe off the suffixes. Another method is using annulment orb to remove the bad mods. I decided to do this. Honestly, this was very lucky. I was skeptical about going at it because I had to annul so many mods, but I still tried to do it for the sake of this video. Again, I was given 2 choices. The easier one was to craft can have up to 3 crafted mods, get spell damage and crit multi, slam an exalted orb and call it a day. The other choice was to get Ashling Unveil. Ashling Unveil is sometimes very painful because you may not unveil the desired mods. Also, the cost for one Ashling Unveil is about 3 to 5 divines, so the price can go up very quickly if you keep on unveiling bad mods and must redo again. Just for the sake of this video, I decided to go Ashling. I bought Ashling Unveil off the Forbidden Trove. Time to unveil. This was very lucky. Double damage and crit multi were both very good. I got crit multi because it gave more damage. Once I got my desired Ashling mod, I could then craft 3 crafted mods, spell damage and cast speed. I put the finishing touch on my Sceptre by crafting Harvest Enchant. With this, my Sceptre was done. The whole process cost me about 11 divines, including the Sceptre, which was cheaper than buying one. Of course, crafting is all about RNG. I would say that I was very lucky this time. To be honest, I didn't expect much about annulling the mods. I only did it for the sake of this video, but ended up annulling all unwanted mods, so I proceeded with Ashling Unveil. Also got very lucky with the unveil and got crit multi. If you need to unveil the desired mods multiple times, the cost is going to be much expensive. It's probably better to buy one from other players to save you from misery if you absolutely hate RNG. Alright, that's it for today's video. If you enjoy my content, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate your support. Thank you and see you next time.